Hi, everybody. My name is Dr. Carrie Gans, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about sleep apnea. Now, one of the unfortunate parts of sleep apnea is that most patients go undiagnosed. You see, statistically, 1 out of every 50 people living in the United States suffers from some degree with sleep apnea. Now, how do you know if you have it? Well, if you live alone, you may not know. You see, if you're fortunate enough to live with someone else, they may complain about your snoring. They may complain about you choking during the night. They may complain about you waking and going to sleep very often during the night, but you may not be aware of this. Now that's a problem, because if that goes unchecked for any length of time, we know that sleep apnea leads very often to heart disease or contributes to it, heart attacks, such strokes, even diabetes and other medical conditions. So we need to go ahead and determine whether or not this is something you suffer from. How do we do that? Well, first thing is you need to be assessed. You need someone to speak to you about sleep apnea, and there are a number of contributing factors. Do you wake up after a full night's sleep and you're still tired? Does your partner tell you say that you snore and you're keeping them awake? Do you find that even if you're at a group setting, with friends and family, that you fall asleep on a dime? How about when you're driving? Do you find that feeling that your eyes are closing while you're driving? They say that a certain percentage, I think it's something like 36,000 deaths a year, can be attributed to someone falling asleep at the wheel. Many of these due to something called sleep apnea. Now, physically, is your neck huge? Are you very overweight? There are certain oral conditions that we can look at that signify somebody who may suffer from sleep apnea. So all of this contributes, and all of this can be diagnosed. Now, for many years, people would go ahead and think about it, but they didn't want to go to a sleep center to be tested. That meant going someplace, staying overnight, putting all kinds of wires and stuff on your head. And a lot of people stayed away from it, and I understand that. Now, that's still available, but today we have home testing. We can actually have a device sent to your home where it fits on your hand. You go ahead and you wear it during the night. You then ship it back, and a certified pulmonologist will go ahead and read the results. At that point in time, you can be diagnosed with anything from mild to moderate to severe sleep apnea. It's basically as simple as all that. Then you're at least armed with the information. You may elect to do nothing, or you may elect to be treated. Treatments vary depending on the severity of your condition. Most people have heard of something called the CPAP, which is a positive pressure device you wear when you sleep that provides an inflow of oxygen to your lungs. Now, that is only one type. Some people can wear it, some people cannot. Now, you may be asking, why would a dentist be involved in sleep apnea? Well, there's 2 basic reasons. First reason is we tend to see people more often than the physician. We see people 2, 3, 4 times a year, so we can easily test for it. Number 2, if the CPAP device is not something you can either tolerate or something that is not necessary, then the next step in treatment is an oral appliance. It's something that we as only dentists can make for you. So, here's the story. It takes nothing to come in for a complimentary exam. Let's talk about it. Let's interview you. Let's go over the factors that may be involved, and let's at least talk about the condition. If at that point in time you want to move ahead, we can go ahead and order a sleep test at home. Now, the good news is that for the most part, both the diagnostics as well as the treatment is covered by most medical insurance. So there's very little out-of-pocket expense. With the system that we utilize, you'll even know beforehand whether there's any cost to you whatsoever. You can then also determine if this is something you want to invest your hard-earned dollars doing. The most important thing is to get the information. So with a complimentary consultation and a paid-for home test, once again, that most insurance companies will pay for, and you will know beforehand, you really have very little to lose. So give us a call today. My name is Dr. Carrie Gans. We practice here on Long Island, right adjacent to Roosevelt Field Mall. We start early, we end late. We'll be happy to see you almost any time that you need. And you'll at least get some information. Once again, nothing to lose. So call us today, 516-741-1230. Once again, Dr. Carrie Gans. We're here at 300 Garden City Plaza in Garden City, New York, right across from Macy's and Roosevelt Field Mall. And you can reach us at 516-741-1230. Have a wonderful day. And please, if you don't call us, call your doctor or call your dentist. Sleep apnea is not a joke, and it's not something to be fooled with. We care about you, and we want to hear from you soon. Take care.